You are tuned into the Literacy Hour with Test Taking Solution and your host, Dr. Kentrell Liddell, MD, MBA. The purpose of this show is to help mitigate health disparities, improving literacy related to health, economics, and education. For all your professional development, professional management, and educational support services needs, contact Test Taking Solution, where we're igniting success. Located at 2104 Thousand Oaks Drive in Jackson, Mississippi. Literacy is knowledge and knowledge is power. Thank you for joining the Literacy Hour.
Well, good morning. Good morning. We made it. It is April the 21st. This is great. Good morning, everyone. We're welcome to the show. And thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Literacy Hour with Test Taking Solution, either by way of our Test Taking Solution Foundation YouTube channel. Yes, you can get us on YouTube at any time. Thanks to the team for putting that YouTube information up so that people will know how to access us on YouTube. Mighty glad about it. Thank you guys for being up this early in the morning, backing our show up this morning. You didn't have to, but you did. So grateful for the Test Taking Solution team. We're also grateful for any of our affiliated radio stations, WMPR 90.1 FM, the voice of the community. I don't know why I couldn't get them the usual way I get them in the morning time. I got to make sure that my brother, DJ Larry Armstrong, is up and on the wall over there. Man, I tell you, my Tuesday morning hasn't started off properly without hearing his voice and being ushered before the throne of grace by him. So, got to make sure that we check on our friends at WMPR 90.1 FM. You're tuned into the right station if you're listening to them right now. They serve the greater Jackson and surrounding areas right here in our beautiful Magnolia State. WGDQ 93.1 FM, WJMG 92.1 FM, the heartbeats of the Hub City, serving the Summerall, Laurel, and Hattiesburg communities. Hattiesburg, we're on our way. May 2nd, my son will be involved in a boxing match down there. And so we cannot wait to enter your city and see all of the beauty and the galore that you have built up. I've been hearing a lot about it. And so we will get to see what's really going on the weekend of May 2nd. We're mighty grateful for our dedicated underwriter, Mr. Damian Pickens of Pickens Automotive Repair. You're looking for someone reliable and responsible to take a look at your vehicle and possibly repair what's broken. Get on over to 4101 South Sywell Road. That's right here in Jackson. 943 900 2451. If you didn't get that number, don't worry about it. All you have to do is go check out our channel on YouTube. That's Test Taking Solution Foundation. And you'll be able to play back any episode that you desire, including this one. So you'll be able to get that number. But just for the sake of giving it out again, I will do so. It's 943 900 2451. That's Pickens Automotive Repair. They're doing oil changes, tire rotations, brake services, and tire pressure services over there. And my understanding is they're really good at what they do. But you go check it out for yourself. And don't be bashful. Call back here. Let us know. Let us know about your experience. We'll be happy to put you on air to share that experience with others. I'm also very grateful this morning for supporters who, man, you guys are amazing. You call with encouraging words. You text. You chat. I'm so grateful. I'm also so inspired the way you help our organization. We're 501c3, and so no one's making any money. It's all nonprofit, and we account for every dime. You bring a bottle of water to Test Taking Solution, and we're going to give you a gift receipt for it. We take your donations and your sponsorships extremely seriously. We're grateful for supporters who help to support our organization in very impactful ways. I'm talking ways that are sometimes unimaginable. You just can't imagine that people are this kind and this nice, but I understand it because I feel that way too. I've been blessed in life and had an interesting road and upbringing, and so we look back and reflect on those things, and it helps us then to be mindful and sensitive to the needs of others. And so I'm very grateful that there are some people out there who understand that it takes a village to raise our children, and that one person cannot do it alone. Sure, I can lead, I can set it up, I can have the vision, but I need visionaries. I need people who are doers and not just talkers. But man, and God has definitely sent me a group of doers that don't mind doing. I don't even have to ask. Again, they just remind me of me. If I see something that needs to be done, if it's in my power to do it, then you can just go to bed. It's going to get done. It's not hurting me. It's not taking anything out of, it's a blessing to be a blessing. And you can certainly look for it. My pastor, when I was a little girl, I will remember him saying that, and it stuck with me all of the days of my life, that it is just a blessing to be a blessing. So if you're retired, you're at home, you're looking for something to do, I promise you, Test Taking Solution Foundation will provide you an excellent experience where you're able to make use of your time and your talents as you would like to do so. So for those supporters who just stop by and give because the Lord told them to, we appreciate you. For those of you who call after the show with encouraging words, with questions, with a desire for additional resources, God bless you. Thank you for listening to the Literacy Hour. I always brag on you guys like I do our scholars. You're amazing. And I want you to know that this morning. You got to be amazing to get up and tune into the Literacy Hour, to be on your way to work and make sure that your dial is dialed to the right station at the right time, to be uplifted and to obtain information that you otherwise probably wouldn't hear about or hear about it way down the road. We're going to make sure that it's information that you can use, just like we just shared about Mr. Pickens Automotive Repair. I want you to be fully aware of Mr. Dwight Evans. Oh my goodness. I don't know where to start, but I will tell you that Mr. Dwight Evans and his beautiful wife, Miss Trinice Evans, owner and operators of Evans Tree and Property Maintenance. Did you hear what I said? Owner and operator of Evans Tree and Property Maintenance. They provide professional tree removal services. And I'm not just, saying that and reading it off something. I'm telling you what I know, what I've experienced firsthand. It's one thing to read about something, it's another thing to experience it for yourself. You want professional tree removal services? Oh, you better call Mr. Dwight Evans. You might have somebody else you can call, and that's fine and good. I recommend you give this man a try. No tree is too big, no tree is too small. Mr. Evans will get it done, or he won't do it at all. Now, he didn't come up with that. Now, I just came up with that. I don't know where it came from, but I'm glad it came up and it came out. uh, Mr. Evans will get it done. And he and his team work quietly and professionally, almost in stealth mode. I didn't even realize that they were doing what they were doing. And I looked around, man, they had come out, assessed what was going on. The next thing you know, the tree is down. Yeah, that tree that I've been talking about. Y'all know I've been talking about that tree. We have been applying for a grant to get a huge tree. I don't know how tall that tree was. It reminded me of one of those trees in one of those sacred national parks in California. And I'm not exaggerating. The tree was huge, very, very tall. Branches extending at thick branches, not little branches, big tree. Well, I bet you won't see it today. They came out, they assessed, and the next thing you know, the tree was down and removed after we have applied for grant after grant to get that tree removed. And I'm just so grateful. So forgive me for perseverating about it, for harping about it. But I love the fact that we provide a safe space for scholars. And they couldn't really go back there because we wouldn't allow them to. I was just afraid that another branch may fall off that thing. But that's right, a redwood. That's what it reminded me of. One of those redwood trees. Now it's not it's not a redwood, but every time I would look at that tree, I love the tree actually, even though it was dead. I was waiting around for it to come back up again. I was waiting around for it to, I don't know, to start turning green again, but it just never would. And storm after storm, that tree would get impacted, storm after storm. And I'm just mighty glad that God sent Mr. Dwight Evans of Evans Tree and Property Maintenance across my path. If you want to make your property safer, if you want to get a dead tree removed, no matter how tall it is, please call 601 260 1046. And Mr. Evans will give you a free estimate, let you know what you're looking at. And his prices are affordable too. He's going to be fair with you. You want people who are fair people who care and are compassionate. And then they clean up after themselves. It's just, again, you don't take my word for it. Please check them out for yourself. And I think that you will agree with me that Evans Tree and Property Maintenance is one of those African American owned businesses that we can be very proud of. And Brown and Ewing CPA, that's another African American owned business. The tax deadline was April 15th, and if you missed it, don't fret. Get in your car and get over to Brown and Ewing CPA firm at 308 Highland Park Cove in Ridgeland, Mississippi. Good morning to you as well. Thank you so much. Man, you guys are amazing. I really appreciate you. And you know me, but for those of you who really know me, I don't say anything just to make you feel good. I don't have time and I don't need to. I don't have to. Okay. I'm telling you what I know. You all really do inspire and help me to just go on another day, really, to keep doing what we're doing. Man, we're changing lives. When you have children who have failed grades and children who have come with their heads down and feeling all deflated, start to have confidence, look up, doing better academically, going to medical school, dental school, college, taking physics, engineering courses. This is after having failed stuff in grade school. Listen, it's not too much that anybody else can do to hurt me or make me feel bad. Man, I just remember all I have to do is close my eyes and see one of these children doing well. Children with autism, children with other potentially learning disabilities or conditions that impact the way they learn. Every child can learn. That's what my granddaddy said. And I'll never forget it. I never really thought about it until I founded Test Taking Solution back 5 years ago, but it certainly rings true. He was right. My granddaddy, whom I called dad, my daddy was a long-term educator, and he always said, every child can learn. You just have to teach the way they learn best. You don't write anybody off because they failed something. Shoot, we all have failed at something. We ain't nobody perfect. That's why it gets me, boy, when folks act all bougie and this and that because of certain titles and certain things that they have. Listen, God loves all of us, each and every one, and everybody has a gift. Now, my granddaddy said everybody can learn. I'm going to go to my grave saying that everyone has a gift, something that you're just so naturally good at. You gravitate toward that activity or that gift because it's just natural for you. It's natural. And if you haven't found your gift yet, I want you to look for it. I want you to be very in tune with your environment, with your space, with who you are. Find that gift. It's Financial Literacy Tuesday here on the Literacy Hour. Your gift will make room for you. Please, for the rest of the day, when you're feeling down and out and you need some encouragement, I want you to hear my voice saying that your gift will make room for you. I know what I'm talking about. When all the cards are down, when they've taken everything that you have and feel like they've knocked you all the way down to the ground, God has placed in all of us a gift. And some of us got more than one. We've been blessed. And our gifts make room for us. God knows what he's doing. He knew what he was doing then. He knows what he's doing now. He's the same God. He does not change. But I'm not trying to preach. I don't want to preach. I tell you the truth. God knows that's one thing I haven't asked to do. But I love him. I'm crazy about him. I've tried him, and I invite you to try him for yourself. Get in a wonderful church home where you can grow and be yourself and learn the ways of God. Talk to believers, folks that will lift you up and not tear you down. Get yourself around some. Sometimes you just gotta let folks go, and not worry about it. So these people I've told you about this morning, Mr. Damian Pickens of Pickens Automotive Repair, Mr. Dwight Evans and his wife, Miss Trinice Evans of Evans Tree and Property Maintenance, Brown and Ewing over there on Highland Park Cove. Give them a call, 601-353-5423, and ask to speak to either Mr. McWilliams or Mrs. Wansley. Either one of them will help y'all. Everybody in the building are helpful and kind and smart. And they know taxes. They know what they're doing. I called some folks who say they know taxes and been doing taxes forever and ever and ever, some time ago, way long ago, because I like keeping things separate. My business separate from what's going on with the foundation. They told me we don't know foundation taxes. We don't do nonprofit. But I thought you knew taxes. See, folks got to, be straight, be clear, and stand up for what you know. If you don't do nonprofits, then you need to put that out there as well. Taxes are taxes, meaning that, we're thinking you do all taxes. But I tell you who does do all taxes, Brown and Ewing CPA. You get over there and you'll see what I'm talking about. I learned something else when I got off the air last Tuesday, and that is that 100% disabled veterans do not have to file a tax return. See, that's a blessing. It's a lot of blessings that have our names on them. We just got to have access to them. We got to learn about them. We have to know. We can't act on what we don't know. Thus, the importance of the literacy hour. We want to become more literate, all of us. VA disability compensation is completely tax-free, both the federal and the state levels. Now, who's ringing that from the mountaintops? Hardly anyone's telling you that. Well, I'm telling you, VA disability compensation is completely tax-free at both the federal and state levels. You don't report it on your tax return. You don't pay income tax on it. You never will. That's one way our government is saying, thank you, veterans. Thank you for what you have done for our country. And thank you, active military as well. Man, they're in harm's way right now. We have to continue to pray for them, lift them up, and their families. Their families serve right alongside them, kind of like being in the ministry. The first ladies serve right along with the pastors. We're the ones who have to listen to their heart felt messages after the message, And it is a job, but one that many of us welcome and enjoy. Here's when VA benefits do and don't count as income for taxes and otherwise. That's what I want to talk about this morning. You're in the right spot. Those businesses I mentioned, please continue to support them. They help to provide resources like the Literacy Hour. They help me to stay up, and if I stay up, then the Literacy Hour can stay up a little longer. I'm always training people. I believe any one of our test taking solution reps can step in here and take it over. Or maybe you want to be a co-host. Call me. It's not about me. I just want our community uplifted. I want people having the tools they need. And if we have them and we're not afraid to share, then that's what we need to do. Today is Third Tuesday, Financial Literacy Tuesday here on the Literacy Hour. You know the phone line is open. And if you'd like to join the discussion this morning or just simply share your thoughts on air, maybe you'd like to sponsor a child at Test Taking Solution and help him or her access high quality tutorial services. You got that high price prom dress for the child that probably isn't doing well in school. You made sure to get that memory. Well, why don't you impact your child's future and get your child the tutorial, the test prep help that you know he or she needs? Even if you don't get it at Test Taking Solution, what you hear me saying is if you know your child needs help with homework, man, we're down into the final stretch now. School is about to be out for the summer. And this is your opportunity to make sure that your child can have something to do this summer, productive programs to attend. We're going to talk about those here on the Literacy Hour. Tune in every Tuesday morning. I promise you're going to hear about them. Soon as I hear about what's going on, I'm going to vet it and see and think on it and pray on it, and then I'm going to share it with you. But I can stand flat-foot and share with you that Test Taking Solution will take care of your child. We're going to make sure they're learning. We're going to make sure they're eating well, they're healthy, they're happy, and we're going to hold them accountable. Accountable for wanting to learn, especially in this day and time. The phone line is open if you'd like to share. Please call the number 601-714-8378. That's the number to call if you feel like sharing. Team, I'm glad you put that up for me. Thank you. 601-714-8378. Again, I'm your host, Dr. Kentrell Liddell, and today is April the 21st, 2026. And it's that time of year where students and adult learners too, we've been assisting several people with the praxis exam, the NCLEX. We got a couple of students preparing for the dental admissions test, and they're hard at it, okay? Today is April 21st, and the countdown is on. Some of them have their tests a few weeks from now. We're excited because I think they're all going to do well, but it really depends on just how badly they want it. But it's that time of year where students and adult learners are preparing for all kinds of tests. Some students, like our third graders, took the third grade reading gate test last week, and they will be given another chance if they did not do as well as they should have or could have. The school districts and the Mississippi Department of Education will give them another opportunity. When we know those dates, we will get them to you, but just know that it's in May. And then they will have a third and final chance at some point in June. I believe it's June. But hey, the only thing constant is change. So it could also be July. But whenever it is, when we know of the dates, we will share them with you right here on the Literacy Hour. So encourage your child if he or she happens to have not done as well on the test the first go round, um, they have another opportunity. Yes, they do. Thank you so much for that note. I appreciate it. If I don't acknowledge your notes and your texts and your chats, and somebody on my team most likely will, um, I get to see some of them, and some of them I don't. So please forgive me. And but always feel free to call in. That number again is 601-714-8378. The information shared during the literacy hour, either by me, the host, or guest, is for educational purposes. It does not constitute medical, legal, financial, or tax advice. I just told you who to go see. And you might already have someone with whom you have a relationship. That's what we recommend. For specific advice applicable to your situation, contact a licensed certified professional. And hopefully, if you don't have a relationship with them, you will gain one. Tax advice, Brown and Ewing CPA. That's who I'm recommending. 601-353-5423. And ask to speak to either Mr. McWilliams or Mrs. Wansley. So, like I said, I want to share with you the information I learned about our veterans and their disability compensation, and not having to pay taxes on that money that they receive. A veteran who's rated 100% disabled by the Department of Veterans Affairs receives, about $3,800 a month. And that's as of December 2025. They get a cost of living adjustment. And I was joking with some veterans back here a while back. I told them, listen, I've never seen a cost of living adjustment in any job I've ever had. No, ever. I mean, it is a blessing that every year you get a nice little reset to keep up with inflation. That's very kind. Man, the way some prices are going today, and you can testify along with me that you're being notified that healthplex issues are going up, healthplex costs, gym costs, accounting systems that you might have, Intuit QuickBooks. I'll go ahead and put a name on it. Energy bills. These things, they're going up, but your salary isn't going up. That's a big disconnect. Food prices, and I'm not even going to mention the gas prices. Things go up, but your salary stayed the same. So, veterans, you are blessed getting this cost of living adjustment. Now, I don't think it's enough, but that's just my thoughts. I try to keep them to myself because I think you deserve far more than the little adjustment they give you. But thank God for that. Over the course of a year, receiving 3,800 and so dollars, 38, 31, that's about $45,972. 100% disabled veterans, and they deserve it. You go somewhere, you get hurt for trying to protect our country. When you come back here, you shouldn't have to lift a finger. We shouldn't have to take you through applying for this and applying for that. It should be automatic. And I know I've talked to several of you. You've told me, Dr. Liddell, they didn't even tell me I could go to the VA when I got out of the military. What you say? You served. You put your body out there as a human shield. And we act like we don't want to take care of you when you get home. We give you some pushback. Man, I hope these active military men and women who are over there fighting in Iran and that Strait of all this stuff, I hope that when all that's over and they come home, we don't give them any pushback about what their needs are and helping to meet those needs. Anyway, a veteran rated 100% disabled does not have to file taxes on that money, that income. The IRS doesn't take a penny of it. They don't tax a penny of it. And that's a blessing. You don't have to, again, take my word for it. I give you resources. One I'll give you is military.com, or you can call the Internal Revenue Service. These are reputable sources. Call them. They'll tell you VA disability compensation is completely tax free at both federal and state levels. You don't report it on your tax return. You don't pay income tax on it. You never will. So tax season has come, and for many it has gone. The deadline was April 15th for filing, but you know, things change. There have been some extensions provided, and the best people to talk to about that is your tax advisor. It's never a bad thing to know where you stand on each of your income sources. Some of you have more than one income source, one revenue generator, and that's a good thing. That's not a bad thing. It's great. And just know that if you're 100% service connected disabled, then you're not paying taxes on that money. Um, a veteran 100 need to get 15. That's right. A veteran that's 100% disabled. I agree with, man, we got some smart audience members. I love you guys, and I don't say it lightly. You help me as I help you. We help one another, and that's how we bring our community up. Jackson is rising. That's what Mayor Horn said. And he means every word of it, I believe. And that's why I'm watching and I'm looking. Um, a veteran, someone just told me, needs to get about $15,000 a month. And I don't think it's outrageous. I think it's low, as a matter of fact. This is, listen, saying that I will take a bullet. When you're serving, you're saying, if they call me, I'm going. If you're serving, what you're saying is, I will get the job done. I've been well trained in the Army, the U.S. Marines, the Air Force, the Navy, the Guards, and now we even have the Space Force. They deserve it. Not only is VA disability compensation tax-free, we get a special monthly compensation for severe disabilities. That's tax-free too. We've helped some veterans to apply for these various benefits successfully by doing what? Helping them read through the paperwork, helping them to understand the language, pointing them in the right direction. And they got what they deserved, and I'm mighty, mighty glad about it. Thank you, Test Taking Solution. They said, Dr. Liddell, I've been all over the world trying to get some help with this or that. And you mean to tell me? And I'm standing back here right now at Test Taking Solution to say thank you. I said, don't thank me. Thank God. Thank God that he allows resources like Test Taking Solution to be available. They don't run off air. It's a lot of moving parts. And I thank God for supporters like Mr. Ollie Linson and his family, Mrs. Harvey and her family, some folks who understand that, listen, it takes all of us, man. Dr. Liddell, she just a little conduit, we know she gonna handle it well, and we're gonna put it that way. Thank you. Man, I've been doing a lot with a little for a long time. Somebody gonna mess around one day and give me access to something. You'll see. I don't just talk the talk. I walk the walk, and been doing it a long, long time. Veterans pension payments, they're tax-free. GI Bill education benefits and training allowances, they're tax-free. Grants for home modifications, yes. Our veterans can get home modifications made to their home to help accommodate their disabilities, whatever they may be. You can get home modifications in case no one told you that when you got discharged honorably from the service. You can have access to adaptive vehicles. They're tax-free. Grants for that. Clothing allowances. That's right. If you're wearing some type of prosthetic, medications you're taking is causing some type of damage to your clothing, there's something called clothing allowances for our veterans, and that's tax-free. If VA disability is your only income, you probably don't need to file a tax return at all. But if you have other taxable income, such as wages or military retirement pay, you still need to file now. But you just don't report that VA disability. But why try to keep up with all that? Man, seek out the experts. Woman, seek out the experts, my sister and my brother. Military retirement pay, now that's taxable. That's an exception. And I don't want our veterans to be confused. This confuses some folks who receive both military retirement and they got VA disability compensation. The retirement pay shows up on your 1099-R. Mm-hmm. From the Defense Finance and Accounting Service. How do you know all that, Dr. Liddell? I went to one of the greatest business schools in America. And I'm not saying it just to boast. I'm saying it because it's been proven and they're ranked very, very high. That's the Mississippi State University College of Business. That's where I attended school, got an MBA. Yes, I know, because they got one of the baddest accounting departments you want to see. Listen, the school is off the chain. Hell State, from any state. I will stand flat foot and tell anybody. Mississippi State University, Tougaloo College, Jackson State. Listen, I can vouch. You are going to receive a top-notch education. We're Mississippians. We're Mississippi strong. We can stand right next to anybody else anywhere in this country. That's how great of educational resources we have here. Some of us are just not taking advantage of them. Not full advantage anyway. Going to school to look pretty. Going to school talking about running for this homecoming queen and homecoming king and the prom and the this and that. All that's great and fine. But at the end of the day, you better get something in your head. Test taking solution students, you know I'm talking to you. You're on your way to school. You're going to tell me later on, Dr. Liddell, I heard you on the radio. Well, you hear this. Soak up that education like a sponge today. That's what you can do for me. And then turn around and be able to utilize, to apply the education. It's one thing to learn what's in the book. It's another thing entirely to be able to apply what you've learned in the book. Okay? Well, and I say book, shoot, we don't even have many books in the schools anymore. But we'll talk about that during Education Literacy Tuesday, which is first Tuesday of every month. Tune in because you'll hear all things educationally related. Today, I'm talking about money. I'm talking finances, and I'm focused on our veterans, okay? Military retirement pay is taxable. Combat-related special compensation received after an award for concurrent retirement and disability that may qualify for a tax refund if you already paid taxes on it. You can file an amended return to get that money back. Again, get in touch with your tax professional. It's a lot of them around here, or so they say. They're professionals. I don't know. I can't vouch for them. I can vouch for Browning, Ewing, CPA. I can vouch. 601-353-5423. Ask to speak to either Mr. McWilliams or Mrs. Wansley. They'll show you. They'll show you. If you're late, you didn't file your taxes, don't be ashamed. Call them up. Be honest. Tell them what's going on. And you're not going to hear anything about your business. You know, yes, they'll find out how much you're making because you got to turn all that into them. And some folks will go out and talk about you. Oh, so-and-so doesn't make a lot. So-and-so, they doing bad and this and that. No, you're not going to hear that. They're professionals. Now, when it still counts as income, the IRS doesn't tax VA disability, but other entities treat it just like income for their purposes. They treat your disability compensation like you got income, like it's income, right? Mortgage lenders count VA disability as income. We know that the 502 housing program under the USDA, they count the VA disability as income. Why? They're trying to see if you can qualify for this loan. That's right. They're looking at the fact that you have income in the form of VA disability that can help you service or pay for that loan. And they often gross up the amount by 125% because it's tax-free, making it worth more than taxable wages, actually. And this helps you qualify for larger loans. So you see all the help that's out here, and we just have to know about it. State property tax breaks. Many states exempt disabled veterans from property taxes. Requirements vary by state now, so we just have to make sure that Mississippi is amongst those states that exempt disabled veterans from property taxes. And how to find out? Mississippi Department of Revenue. See, there's a place to go to find out what you need to find out. Mississippi Department of Revenue. Um, they know taxes. It's the Department of Revenue. Their website is dor.ms.gov. dor.ms.gov. You can make payments, your tags and title registration, check to see where your refund is, register your business for taxes, renew your tag online. You can get all kinds of income tax forms from the Department of Revenue. They're here to help. They're here to say, listen, ain't nobody trying to say gotcha and catch you. We're trying to keep you updated on what is needed. You just have to tune into the right resources. And I'm mighty grateful that you got up this morning and tuned into the Literacy Hour. Thank you for doing that. There's a lot. Oh, there's a lot. And my mind is telling me right now that somebody needs to know about free. Okay, we're talking about money now, saving money, keeping money in your pocket. Women, if you don't have health insurance, don't you be ashamed. Health insurance is expensive. And then with all the subsidies and other things being rolled back, it's gotten even more expensive. I hate saying it. It sounds bad coming out of a physician's mouth that health insurance is expensive. Isn't that crazy? It ought to be a right. If we're human beings, we got to stay healthy. We need to have access to things that help us to be healthy. And those are the things that tend to cost most. Make it make sense. But that's neither here nor there. Women, you play a major role in your families and in the communities. And I want you to know that there is help for you. There's a program called the Breast and Cervical Cancer Program. You have breasts, you have a cervix. You are between the ages of 40 and 64. You need to get your breast cancer screenings done. Point blank, period. Because why? Early detection saves lives. If we can find that lump, if we can find that cancer early, there are more resources and more things, more interventions that can be deployed versus if we find it later. So get your mammograms done. Get your breast exams done. If you're aged 21 to 64, we got some 21-year-old college students that we assist with their studies. And I tell them, I make sure that they know, listen, if you don't have access to your student health on campus, if you don't have access to health insurance, or if your health insurance does not cover cervical cancer screenings, including your gynecologic exams, your pap test, BCCP does. The Breast and Cervical Cancer Program at the Mississippi State Department of Health does. We talked last Tuesday, you can go and access that episode, about the most common breast cancer signs and symptoms. We talked about that new lump or mass. We talked about it. The mass doesn't have to be painless. You can have pain with it. Some folks do. You see, one size doesn't fit all. But most commonly, the mass is painless. Most common, the mass is hard, but it can be soft. Most commonly, the mass has irregular edges, but it can also be round. Yeah, perfectly round. I've picked up breast cancers as small as a pea size in a woman doing a breast exam. So some women with one or more risk factors never get breast cancer, and then other women who don't have any apparent risk factors do get it. So what does that mean? We all just need to be screened. If we're a woman and we're in that age bracket, we can qualify for a BCCP to get a free mammogram. So how do you get access to it? You call Test Taking Solution, because it's providers all over the state that are connected with BCCP, but not all will honor this program. Not all will say, oh yes, we're an alignment with MSDH and we are BCCP providers and we will, conduct your mammogram, your breast screenings, your cervical cancer screenings free of charge. Not all of them are connected. So call us. Instead of me taking time up on air to list out all of these providers and clinics, hospitals around the state, call us. I don't care where you are in the state, 601-714-8378. And I promise you that we'll be able to connect you with a medical doctor or other qualified healthcare professional who participates in the BCCP near you. Call us. We'll get you connected and help you access free breast and cervical cancer screenings. And no one except the Mississippi State Department of Health, BCCP, and your provider, no one will ever know you called. No one will know your business. Oh, I wish I find out somebody shared your business and they're connected with Test Taking Solutions. There are no questions asked. After that investigation proves that they shared your information, it's over for them. We take it very seriously. So call us, and I promise you that we'll be able to connect you with someone who can help you. We believe in patient confidentiality. Your business is your business. It's nobody else's business. They don't have a right to know anything about your body, your health concerns, unless you share it with them. We're Mississippi strong. We have a lot of resources throughout our state. We just need to know about them. We also have a lot to be proud of, and I want everyone to support the fine Mississippi gentleman as he plays for the NFL and pray for his health and strength as he continues to represent the very best of Mississippi in the NFL and to give back to his community. That's why I'm crazy about him. He gives back to the community that helped to shape him into the young man he is today. He gives back to my hometown, his hometown, Macon, Mississippi. Yes, I see you, Macon. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm glad y'all are listening. Listen, man, Jeffrey is amazing, isn't he? Jeffrey Simmons, number 98 of the Tennessee Titans. He doesn't have to. I mean, your money is your money. And you know, listen, folks, they're fast to count your money, aren't they? To know what you're able to afford. And they're fast to tell you. Well, Jeffrey knows where he wants to put his money, and he puts it back in his hometown. Always has. And we are crazy about him for it, for helping. And we just love him. Thank you for having that spirit of giving back. That's Jeffrey Simmons, number 98 of the Tennessee Titans. Always supporting the Noxubee County Tigers and Noxubee County in general. The date that Mr. Simmons and the Tennessee Titans play their season opener will be determined when the NFL releases their full schedule in May. So stay tuned to the Literacy Hour. We're going to make sure that you know about it. Listen, some major things have taken place for Jeffrey since mid-football season last year. Got the Walter Payton Award. Do you hear me? That's a JSU-based award. Local Star Awards, so many other recognitions because he deserves them. The Walter Payton Award is one of the most prestigious honors given in college football. It's presented annually to the best offensive player in all of the NCAA football. He came from right here, Mississippi. The award is named after Walter Payton, the legendary NFL Hall of Famer. He's a running back who played at Jackson State University. When judges consider who will be the winner of the Walter Payton Award, they highly consider offensive performance, impact on team success, in-game consistency, sportsmanship, and both in-game and out-of-game character. See, students, I told you, you're always being interviewed. Be on your best behavior. Don't allow your behavior reports to reflect negatively on you and your family. Your mom and dad, they're raising you, they're putting clothes on your back, they're feeding you, sending you to school not to act a fool. You go to school to learn. And so learn you will. Somebody's bothering you and bullying you, picking at you. Tell the leaders, tell your teacher, tell the principal, and then come home and tell your mom and dad. And you know who's available. I don't know if you have both mom and dad in the house or grandma, whoever is taking care of you. You come home and tell them. And I bet you love will make them find a way to stop that bully from bullying you. And they'll get to the bottom of it. So don't be afraid to talk about these things. Jeffrey Simmons and his team, they're currently planning the annual Fun Day for the 4th of July in Macon and Jeffrey Simmons' annual football camp in Starkville, Mississippi, my home. I love it. July 10th, the children who attend our summer academic enrichment program are going to have an opportunity to meet Jeffrey Simmons this summer. Yes, Jeffrey's amazing. He's going to meet our our kids and take pictures with them. Y'all put Jeffrey's picture up if you have it. I want everybody to see him. Put his picture up there. Thank you very much. Jeffrey Simmons, Mississippi Strong. Want to follow Jeffrey Simmons if you're not already? Follow him on Facebook. That's our NFL superstar. And he is a superstar. That man has become the face of the Tennessee Titans. So very, very, very proud of Jeffrey Simmons. Now, this next person who we're following, this young athlete, oh, thank you guys. Listen, I'm trying to read some of your messages. Y'all have got them coming in fast and furiously. Thank you so much. But thank you for your prayers and your support of my son, Joshua Liddell, as he continues his journey to becoming a heavyweight champion. He's mighty serious about it. We don't have heavyweight boxing champions whom we can root for. Not that I know of around here. We got some. They're from Canada, and we had a few. They've been doing more commentary lately. But Joshua has been at the game since he was 10 years old. And we thank God for Mr. Larry Ephraim, retired U.S. Marine Corps, all champion boxer, helped him get his start and get excited about boxing. Joshua has been mentored by Richard Steele out in Las Vegas, Nevada. We thank God for him as well. We thank God for the U.S. Army. Joshua's been at it a long time, and he's most recently undefeated. The young man been going through people here lately. He lends his expertise to our foundation's recreation and fitness program, and he tutors whenever he's at home. He also assists with our special projects. He's a member of the United States of America Boxing Association, and his next boxing match will be in Hattiesburg, Mississippi. He's going to be in the tournament Cinco de Mayo Box Night. That's May 2nd, 962 Sullivan Drive, Hattiesburg, Mississippi. We're headed your way. They still have some VIP tables on sale. Now, the fighters don't get any of this. It's just the folks promoting. They get all that money. Amateurs don't make money. Joshua doesn't make money, but we certainly appreciate your support. And when he was a little boy and he tore through his boots, he was fighting so hard. The community got together and brought him a new pair of boots. That was just amazing. We love Starkville. We love Oktibbeha County, and Oktibbeha County loves us back. We thank you so much. Joshua is on a winning streak. We're mighty Mississippi proud of him. We're praying for his safety during the matches. Barring any major injuries, you all, I'm predicting a heavyweight boxing champion hailing from the beautiful state of Mississippi at some point in the future. You see, when these athletes go off and they do well, they bring back financial resources and other resources to our state. Look at what Jeffrey Simmons is doing for Noxubee County and other parts of our state. Oktibbeha County, I know he comes to Starkville and does a lot, and just all around great guy. Well, you can follow Joshua on Instagram, J Liddell, Liddell 601. That's J Liddell 601. Come on, team, go ahead and you can put Joshua up there as well. Thank you very much. Oh, yes, yes, you're right. You remember watching him fight at 10, and you knew then that he was going to be all right. I see. Thank you so much for sharing that. That's encouragement, and I'm sure he'll appreciate hearing that as well. So let's see here. I got another athlete I want to talk about, and I've mentioned, but just know that we're focused on following athletes who are on a national stage, like the National Football League, the USA Boxing Association, or the like. But every now and then, there are a few local Mississippi athletes whom we get to hear about. I introduced one to you a few weeks ago, someone who is really inspiring the scholars at Test Taking Solution, where he serves as our community outreach specialist. Man, this dude is bad to the bones. You hear me? Melvin Collins Jr., born and raised in Terry, Mississippi, a graduate of West Kentucky University. He's pursuing a master's degree in business. That's right. At the I Love Jackson State University. He's interning under me at Test Taking Solution LLC, and he's coming along very, very well. Going to be a great businessman. He is committed. Y'all may have seen recently the NIL start putting out their pictures of the jerseys and all of that for the upcoming football season. Well, his jersey is out there. His jersey is number 77. At the recent JSU spring scrimmage football game, he debuted as an offensive lineman and pretty much proved that he's going to be fire on that JSU offensive line. Currently, he's training for the first football game of the season, which is scheduled for August the 30th, right here in Jackson, Mississippi, for the Hope Labor Day Classic. We're praying for his safety during the games. Barring any major injuries, I'm predicting, you see, I'm always predicting now, but I'm predicting that he'll go all swag. Follow MJ on Instagram, Mel.Collins Jr. That's Mel.Collins Jr. Let me say that again now. That's Mel.Collins Jr. Jeffrey Simmons, Joshua Liddell, Melvin Collins Jr. Watch him. Been watching Jeffrey a long time. I was watching him when he was playing football. I knew it. I just have, I don't know. We all have a gift, and I can spot a superstar a mile away in academics and education in any arena. I can spot a superstar. I know the superstars amongst the scholars whom we help in the after school program, superstars who we help in college, nurses and others who are going to take their NCLEX soon. I can tell you which one's going to be a superstar, and it usually pans out. So I thank God for that gift. Just watch and travel along with me, journey along with me as we continue to support Jeffrey Simmons, Joshua Liddell, who happens to be my son. I mean, if he weren't my son and I was watching him from afar, I would tell you all, look here, there goes a heavyweight boxing champion. Here he comes. And the same for Melvin Collins Jr. You better keep your eyes on him. They're going to be something amazing. They are just amazing human beings. Will they win them all? No, they won't. And you better not expect them to win them all. But they're just, oh, man, they got that it factor, man. Born and raised in Mississippi, hailing from Mississippi. Listen, if you know of any others representing our state on a national scale, they're holding it down, doing what they do, and we can find them and follow them, call in, let me know about them. Now, don't let me have to hunt the person down. If they're as good as you say they are, you should be able to point me to some footage and or some stats somewhere. So make sure that when you share their name, you also share a resource that can help us keep up with them. And then we'll watch from there. And I'll let you know whether or not I think they're going to do something, right? 601-714-8378. We are Mississippi Strong. You've tuned into the right show at the right time. It's the Literacy Hour, live streaming every Tuesday morning, 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. on our Test Taking Solution Foundation YouTube station. We're excited about the summer program, which we're going to be streaming live at various points during our Field Trip Tuesday. You will be able to travel along with us sometimes, we hope. But our YouTube station does stream all over the world, any place that has an internet connection. And don't forget about those premier radio stations, WMPR at 90.1 FM, the voice of the community, WGDQ, where God did it quickly, 93.1 FM, WJMG, the heartbeat, 92.1 FM. They serve the Summerall, Laurel, and Hattiesburg areas. I want you to join me here every Tuesday morning, where you are going to receive some relevant, some up-to-date, accurate information. Our team wants to make sure that you're well informed about resources, and I really hope that you appreciate those resources we shared this morning about our military veterans. I'm coming down your lane too, so don't you be dismayed. Social Security is what I'm going to be talking about next, because becoming an adult means you got to learn about Social Security. Right? You got to learn about Social Security benefits. I want you to learn about Social Security and that you have an account. If you have worked in this country, the United States of America, you have an SSA.gov account, and it will blow your mind. We have helped some elders and some others to access their SSA.gov accounts. And once we help you access it, listen, nobody else can access it, because they're going to send you a code to your phone once you get set up. Nobody can gain access to your stuff. That's how highly secure it is. But SSA.gov, everybody has information. If taxes and Social Security have been withheld from your checks that you have worked and earned over the years, you have an SSA.gov account. We'll talk more about it Doctors Melvin Collins and Teresa Ratliff, they're inviting you to a scheduled Zoom meeting. Every third Tuesday in the evening, starting at 6:30, they sponsor the Good Grief Support and Educational Group. And it is a group that you do not want to miss. Call 601-714-8378. We'll get you all the other information that you need. Until next Tuesday, you all please take care of yourself. Tune in next Tuesday and we'll be exploring mental health and wellness. If you'd like to be a guest on the show, just call our foundation. Our health is our greatest wealth. So until next time, take care of yourselves.
For the past 1 hour, you have been listening to the Literacy Hour with Test Taking Solution and your host, Dr. Kentrell Liddell, MD, MBA. We are located at 2104 Thousand Oaks Drive in Jackson, Mississippi. Visit us on the web at www.testtakingsolution.com. Join us each Tuesday from 7 to 8 a.m. for another life-changing conversation here on our podcast live stream at affiliate stations.
A long time coming, but I know a change gonna come.